Eddie Sandler, here with the boys, Mr. Legends himself, along with Robert Reitze. I'll let these guys introduce themselves.
What's up, guys? I'm Legends Michael Carrick. Just here to jam with some friends and talk about stuff. What about you, Robbie?
And just me, it's Robbie. What's up, guys? It's Monday, so I'm just in a good mood and just here to talk about some cards.
That's funny. One of the few people that's in a good mood on a Monday. Mondays usually those down days. But yeah, we just had I guess there's a couple of events this past weekend. There was the game not the gamers, the G Sports event. There was the Core TCG event. I think TAC had an event too as well, didn't they? Or something
Mm.
international had an event as well. I saw it the next day. And then there was also Pro Play Tour let's say Connecticut. I forgot the shop's name. Pro Play Tour Connecticut.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
remember there was I saw somebody post that.
Yeah. There's a couple of events this weekend, man. And the good thing I saw about it were a lot of these decks that came out on top were decks that survived the ban list, man. Like it's pretty cool to see that stuff. So I guess I'll let these two start off and give their turn experience, and I'll give mine afterwards. Who wants to start us off?
You can go first, Robbie.
Yeah, let's start
Oh,
off because Legends and I were at the same event, so we'll probably talk back to
Yeah.
back.
all right. I was gonna say the opposite. I was like, we gotta hear from Legends first. I mean, that man. Continuing his domination with Invoker. But yeah, no. So I got to Red's good right now, so I get my time to shine. It was nice. The regional was cool. I think I was definitely nervous and a little bit more hyper than I should have been, but it was a good time. It was. I think I played against Dark Brawley. The only thing that surprised me was I played like round 2 against Set 11 Frieza, and I had no clue what he did, and I had to read it all.
Reitze.
The green one.
Oh
Who
yeah, from the starter deck or whatever.
And destruction.
Yeah. And the look on my opponent's face turn 2 told me everything I needed. Like he was like, I think he actually started to say it. I think it was him who was like, "Man, just this matchup right away." And I was like, "All right, let's see what that means." And then
My
I
bad.
think
Well,
My
yeah.
turn
bad.
2.
Real quick. Legends, are you on the
Oh,
Twitch? Is it black on your screen? Sorry about that.
I'm not on the Twitch now.
Okay,
I
so
can
someone
hop
on
on.
there, yeah.
you're
Is it black? Because on my screen it's black for some reason.
your camera says it's off for me.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh, video disabled by you.
Sorry
Hold
about
on.
that. Yeah, let me do this again. Yeah, let me get out and get back in. Let me turn the camera on and the screen share on. Next, I was looking at it and it's like, for some reason, it was just like the. All right, yeah. I can see it on the Twitch now. Perfect. All right, sorry to interrupt you, Robert. Go ahead and hit him
Oh,
up again, bro.
but it was a cool event. I think I saw. I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't see that like. I played against Mecca in the finals, obviously.
You hit him
Um,
with that Eddie
I
special, huh? Let's go ahead and.
yeah that you know what was weird is
It
I
felt good,
wasn't
didn't
sure
it?
if it was gonna work. Like in my mind, I was like in my head, I'm like, is
There's
there
no
any
way.
way to like really win this game? Like it's going pretty bad. I'm like, I could just probably just let him drop me to 1. He already did his leader swing, and then just like hope he plays a battle card and goes for it. And then like I just sat there, like that was it. There wasn't like an amazing plan. I wasn't like I just was sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, that's the play. And like, because if you saw I had a book for a hand, and I was just like, all right, I'll just yeah, sure. And he's like, 20K. I'm like, oh, I'll take it. 25K. Yep, I'll take it. All right, I'm down to 1. My turn? Nope. All right, here we go. And he went for it, so it worked out. But like somebody asked me on Instagram who was trying to like buy the gold foils, and he was like, "Well, how'd you know he was going to do it?" I'm like, "I didn't." But like, I feel like that's the difference for like where you're at in life a little bit. Like, um, like it's a lot of stress when you have that much money on the line because like
Yeah,
top 2 gets like you get $400 for top 4, something like that. Like you don't get that much money for the winter cards this time around.
we get the gold ones
But
though. That's nice.
the gold, yeah, for first place, you're looking at $1,000, $2,000, 3,000 if you find the right buyer. So that's a lot more money for first. Um, that's a lot of stress. When I was younger, I used to always choke in that situation because I was thinking about the money. And when you're 16, 17, you're like, man, this is so much money. This is the most money you'll ever need. Um, but when you're 35, $2,000, you're like, yeah, let's just go for it. Like it'll be fun. And it worked out. Trying to think if there's anything else I played against. I didn't get to play against a mirror, so that was the only deck I didn't get to see. Dark Brawley was there. Android 16 I played against on stream, where I went for the turn 2 KO pretty much, and I just had all the pieces for that. And he apparently looked through his deck at some point from one of his effects, and when he did that, he noticed that Hatchiyak SER wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
So he purposely took when I swung with King Piccolo on turn 2 as a 20k. He chose not to awaken and take it in hopes that he would get his SER, and then next turn just lock me out. So kind of that same thing where he just tried a gambit and went for it, and it didn't work out for him because his last card in life was Hatchiyak. So I felt pretty bad because that's what because the announcer actually like came and asked us like, did you just draw everything you needed? In my mind, I didn't, as like that was a normal hand for King Vegeta. It's very aggressive. In my opinion, it's too good. Like I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna play it, but I don't think the tournament promos should be 0 mana.
Yeah.
Like that's a I don't want to use the word mistake, but it is a huge boon to be able to pay no energy for a 10k and then to loot a card from my
That
hand.
fixes your hand. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It fixes your card from your hand.
Yeah, like I mean, and it's just
Awesome.
it's weird to me that they allowed it and then they banned so many other cards that did like less impressive
It
things.
just came out. That's probably it. It'll get hit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it'll get hit
Yeah.
someday. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like legacy wise, I talked about it in my little video. Was that I feel like someday, don't be surprised if King Vegeta gets hit
Yeah.
because
I
the
think all the invaders will be at one essentially to force you to play all 4 invaders like it was
oh
originally
yeah,
planned.
yeah, that would I would say limit one on each
Yep.
invader
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe a cost like errata the promos to have a cost. Otherwise, maybe limit the Vegeta because
Yeah.
it is. It's pretty hard to lose if you go first and you go turn 1 the critical guy,
Mm.
and then you go into the draw guy the next turn into a unison,
Yeah.
into a King Piccolo who we all know is going to get hit someday. It's too soon, I guess, for King Piccolo.
Winner stands,
Um,
baby.
yeah. I mean, like, I guess they thought it was not. I don't know why he didn't get hit because their reasoning was all free cards they wanted to hit, and I can't think of a better free card than than him right now on turn 2. Um, but yeah, like I fully expect my deck to get nerfed within the year. So it was just nice to play it. If this would have been nationals, I would have probably got crushed in best of 3 because running 54 cards was a big mistake. Like I thought I could do it, but frequently I'd have the pieces for Awakening, or I'd have Heartfelt, but I wouldn't have both. So I'd just be like, all right, put these Heartfelts to the bottom with my SER.
Yeah.
I mean my Ratted Super combo,
Yeah.
which is not the purpose of it.
Yeah, that's running that clean 49, man.
Yeah.
Axe Legends. Even when I lost the top cut, I had 3. No, I had 4 axes in my hand. I had a bottom deck one. I had all every game. I saw all 4. So that deck is. Hands down, King Vegeta is the best deck in this format right now. It's stupid good, but yeah, we'll get into that another time, man. That deck is stupid good.
I think post ban list, I think it's going to edge out and possibly be tier 0.
Yeah,
I'll make the
100%,
statement ahead of time.
100%. Like I said,
'Cause,
I wasn't able to show that because I didn't have an appropriate sideboard because my sideboard was. You guys will see tomorrow when the side deck list comes out. But yeah, 100%. King Vegeta, in my opinion, is just hands down the best deck in this format. You're gonna see another special attack I had. I'll show you guys a little sneak peek. It's my little customized. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's probably bad lighting. Yeah, these guys put in work. Let me see. Can you guys see? Can you guys see? These guys put in work, man. Those guys
can't
right
see
there.
what is it?
It's his face drawn on his testing the opposition
Hold
sideboard.
on. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. My homie sent it to me on Facebook, bro. Let me see if I can pull it up on here. This is the
Testing the opposition.
this is the
Yeah.
secret tech for this first for this what's his face for this King Vegeta, bro. My
In general, all of those negate blockers are just so good. It's crazy.
where is it? 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 I think Kenny sent it to me. Oh
They're
man.
even better when you cast them when you're at 6th life.
Matter of fact, I should even
Right,
show
I
you.
Eddie?
know.
Yeah, let me not show you guys what's actually in my messengers. I'll be right back and start sharing. That's not a good idea. but yeah, those blocker token negates are really good, guys. Like they're insanely good, and people are just not playing them. To me, it's mind baffling because like I said, you guys have seen the deck profile, but in my opinion, King Vegeta hands down is the best deck in this format, and that's me saying that with all Dark Broly love. I can beat the deck using Dark Broly. That's because I know how to play Dark Broly like inside and outside. But realistically speaking, it's still an uphill battle, especially with that errata. But Lord have mercy. The reason why I would beat
Yeah.
King Vegeta with Dark Broly is because 100% I would have the Vegeta TPs in my freaking Dark Broly sideboard. Because if you don't, you're just gonna get smoked. Like when I say smoke, you are going to get smoked. The deck is insanely impossible to beat. I'm gonna let Legends get his thing while I'm looking for this message because I don't know where it is. But Legends, go ahead and tell me your turn experience, my friend.
My tournament experience was a fun time. I mean, it was probably my last chance to play Invoker at full power. So it was a really fun time. I played against strictly meta decks, except for the second one. I don't know. They're probably all strictly meta. It was a good time. I got to meet a lot of new people, so that was a lot of fun. I got to play a wide berth of matchups against a lot of people. It was like a really packed and high level event. I mean, generally as Florida goes, so that was enjoyable. Only ended up losing to Rios ever in the event.
I saw that. I
Man,
was looking through Swiss. You played him in Swiss too, didn't you?
yeah,
That's insane, dude. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that Swiss match. I was just looking through
he's
the pairings
he's
and I'm like, yo, that's insane.
yeah, he's just a clean player, man.
Yeah,
Like gives me no windows to make an error, and every error I make just sets me so much further behind.
yeah.
So that was really cool. It was really fun to watch and like really experience that
Mhm,
like that true pressure.
mhm.
Um, I, I got to watch my buddies perform really well. That was really cool because a lot of my local friends have been training really hard to try to get better at this game. Like they've got the fire beneath them, and so I got to watch them like just improve drastically through this event. Since they're all like fresh onto the competitive scene, so it was cool to watch them really excel. I mean, Steven made like top four, so that was really cool to watch.
That's fire. He spoke me in top
Um,
16. It was pretty. It was a funny match to watch. We put it on stream for you guys to enjoy it, man. Like, don't take it all serious, guys. We put it on stream for you guys to enjoy. The fiasco that was gonna be aggro baby. The one time you'll see aggro blue baby, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
you did a good job coaching those people. Though I'm not gonna lie, because I remember the first time you went into PPG, they had some like when a new player comes and they have like that I guess they want to be good, but they're still learning. You can tell they're still learning. But
mhm.
looking at them play this weekend, I played I think at least two of them, him and his wife, and both of them man gave me a run for their money. It's insane. Like so, I applaud you for doing a good job of actually honing them in and actually showing them how to play Dragon Ball. Like I'm not gonna lie, not a lot of people do that. They'll sell teach you, but actually to take the time and make someone actually get better and improve, it's a big step. So huge kudos to you, my friend.
I mean, it's a two-way street, right? Like you have to have people that are willing to learn.
Yep,
Like
yep,
I think the best way to describe it is like low ego, high motivation people.
yeah,
And
yep,
then
yep.
you have to have somebody willing to sit down and like with the patience to walk people through like the steps of getting there. So
Exactly.
it's just like a cool and like teaching makes you better as a player too.
Mhm,
For everybody out there who's considering it, like to help new players get into the game because you're gonna relearn your basics and it's just gonna be really cool.
mhm.
But yeah, definitely the event was super cool. Elmo ran it really smoothly. It felt like the first like real big event that we've had a long time, with like vendors around and
Yep,
like
yep.
food around, and, like all like the raffles and all like the side events and stuff. Like it was cool to finally get back into that. And it's a nice like breath of fresh air post COVID. So that was really cool. Really looking forward to the future events that Elmo hosts. It's really good time.
Big facts. Like big facts. Huge shout out to him. He did a bounty system. I got paid because I only lost one match. So that bounty system is busted. His side events are busted. There was food there, man. The gym was big. It had AC. Like it was legit, man. I legit had no complaints for it. Pretty really good. But guys, I finally found the message. You guys ready for this? This right here. is my MVP of the weekend. I know you're gonna say it should have been Radix, it should have been SS Square Barlock. Well, honestly, it's right here. Legend saw it in person. Here we go, boys. It was the debut of my favorite tokens. Oh my god. When I dropped these things like it was hot, I had the biggest smile on my face. Because I'm telling you, people just ended their turn. I'm like, thank you, God. Because I play, you guys will see tomorrow, is a super combo that doesn't draw a card. So essentially, all I did was when I attacked, after they stock, so they don't want to sing waste a battle card swing because it's going to get blocked. I would attack, drop the super combo that you guys will see tomorrow. It doesn't draw a card, and just combo this off, and the base number would be 30k off fruit. So it was like I was playing Dark Broly off of one drop. Like, guys, King Vegeta is the new wave. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's gonna be really hard pressed to beat that deck. If you're playing blue, we have sideboard answers for you that are not necessarily in the main board. But if you're playing red, green, you may have to do a Jaren. Green, you may have to put Jarens back in the main board because yeah, the build I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow, it should have been without any unicorns in the main board. Honestly speaking, you could play two, but honestly speaking, the King Vegeta list without unicorns is fuego, insanely fuego. But yeah, man. So what do you guys expect to besides King Vegeta, obviously? Because I know Robert said it earlier, and I just said it again. We just think this is the best deck. No, we're not even copying. And this is saying this, even though I love Dark Broly, I'm still going to play Dark Broly. Don't get it twisted, because I love the deck and I want to prove people wrong. But if you guys honestly were to say, hey, Bandai, you guys still let Dark Broly broken, I would have just played this and just kill people. But the fact that people are saying Dark Broly's dead, I'm just gonna play it just to spite you guys and prove you guys wrong. Oh, it's dead? Alright. Sit across the table for me and see what's dead or not. Besides, let me not say it. But yeah. This 100% is better than Dark Broly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, Dark Broly fam. It's better than you because it just does so much. Like for free for like you thought playing free 30Ks were beneficial. This guy plays free guys who get you super combos, who get you more combo. It's stupidly insanely good. And I'm gonna stop my spiel on King Vegeta because I'm getting too excited. It's insane. Yeah. Let me see what questions we have in here for these guys. Rising Phoenix says, "What's going on?"
Um,
Just chiming in. Gabe said, "Congrats to Legends." Gabe said, "Cap low limit 2." What's Legends looking forward to in set 14? Let's go Legends. What you looking forward to in set 14? Let her know what's up. Let her know the surprise you're looking forward to in set 14.
Yeah, man, I'm hyped to see red and blue cards come out, like that blue one drop negate. It's gonna be great to go in Invoker for set 14.
So there's your answer, guys. It's still Invoker.
But no, but for a more direct answer to that, like I'm excited to test that Black Sin Shenron deck. It looks really fun to play.
Mhm.
That yellow SS4 deck also seems like a blast to play. So those would probably be the first two decks I really turn my eyes towards that are not Invoker for the competitive scene.
How about you, Robbie? You still looking for King Vegeta set 14, or are you gonna venture
it's
some other
hard.
options?
It's hard. Like I always have the same conversation. I feel like every few months, people are like, what do you do for fun? And I'm like, I like to win for fun. Like that's what I
Yeah, big
enjoy.
facts.
And like I would like to play some of the new mechanics, but this is the first set. Like I flip a lot of cards normally, and this is the first set where I'm not buying any cases of the next set, unless red is drastically different. I'm getting zero cases, zero boxes, zero anything.
That's crazy.
Uh,
Because both SCRs so
just
far are insanely good. I could only imagine a third
yeah,
one.
well, yeah, but like buying an SCR, it's always cheaper just to buy the SCR if
Hey,
that's
yeah,
what you
that's true.
need,
That's true. The
But
art's
like
sick.
all the artwork's
Yeah,
amazing. The
the full
SPRs
texture.
are
Yeah.
beautiful,
Mhm.
but just like I feel like the two sets needed to flip. Like I feel like King Cold is pretty awesome,
Mhm.
um, and is way more powerful than any of the new green stuff.
Mhm.
And then the rest of it, I'm just like I just don't know. Like um, I just I really want more, and like I'd rather play stuff from this set. Like I feel like SS, like the Gohan deck. I think it's Frisco was running with SS3 with all the blue stuff. Juan Miguel was playing a list that was really spicy with UI Goku with Mecha,
Mhm.
where he would just bounce one of the 4-drop blue guys and then play, play the 7-drop, and
Yeah.
then decks like King
Yeah.
Vegeta can't stop it
Yeah,
because you're
if you
at 3
can't
life
negate it,
and
yeah. If you can't negate, you're dead because you can't combo the triple strikes.
And I just feel like those effects are so much better. Like I hate to be that guy who's like, oh, the set sucks, but that kind of sucks for like what I want. Like I want
Yeah.
it's very fair, and I guess that's good for the longevity of the game because you can't just be like, hey, turn 2, kill your opponent. It's gonna take some time. Everything's turn 4, but um, yeah, I I got no excitement for it. Shadow Dragons looks fun, but that's about it.
Not in the format with rejects, guys. Another deck that is far from that. We have Gabe. I think Gabe's an Invoker player because he says, on a serious note, how's Invoker going to deal with Cap Blow Limit 1?
I guess it's a question for me.
Yeah.
As a Invoker player, let me
Yeah.
tell you, you
Well,
wanna make sure to tuck and run.
no,
Um,
I have a lot of like next format stuff on my Team Foe video coming forward. Whenever Eddie decides to release, probably tomorrow if I had to guess. I talk about what I'm gonna do next format there, but just for this stream, I'll bring us back to the reminder that Invoker had a bunch of super uninteractable win cons before Caplo even killed you on turn 5. Like back in the day, like when Invoker first came out. Like getting Apex on 5, losing your turn on 5, and Apex staying on the field, and then getting Fu, Shrouded, and Mystery on 6, and then now you couldn't even negate Apex's attack was actually the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Or like watching Instinct Surpass hit the field on 5, they defend, or watching Instinct Surpass hit on 6, and they defend easily to 7 to Fu, Shrouded you to kill Instinct Surpass, and you can't negate those attacks. Also ridiculous. But now we can just do all of that a turn earlier, right? And that's just like a basic version of what I'm going to be doing with Invoker. But yeah, I can't burn people like 14-0 anymore, which is like really balanced. But but there's still going to be some like a bunch of uninteractable win cons that Invoker still has access to, and so I'll be abusing those next format. Of course, that's completely reliant on how fast the next format's going to be, and I've talked about this quite a bit. Like if there's going to be a bunch of aggro decks running around, then like we might have to edit the deck a little bit to be a lot more maybe fight back style with coolers for a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely far from dead. Don't let people scare you into selling your Invoker decks, as I definitely guarantee that Apex is never going anywhere.
Big facts. The only thing that legit died, in my opinion, it's just no. I mean, there's no arguing it. It's Aggro, Sing,
Yeah.
Shinron, and it's Gohan. Those are the decks that just got cheap. The other, I'm telling you, but Invoker is still gonna do Invoker things. If you don't believe me, go to an event and you'll see what
Stay
happens
tuned.
against
Yeah.
Invoker. If you think Vajex is dead, I'm telling you right now, I think Vajex has a higher ceiling than Dark. It's stupidly insane. Now, the one benefit I give Dark Broly with Vajex is that Vajex game once against certain matchups, specifically blue, it's rough. But Dark Broly doesn't care what color you're sitting against. The matchup is always at worst 50-50. Vajex is not like that. Dark Broly is far from dead, guys. Like, if you're honestly playing Dark Broly correctly, how often were you comboing multiple 5Ks that weren't a game-winning swing? You're literally doing, okay, cool. If it's too big, you're going to sit. If you know the attack's going to be too big, you kind of get it, and the Kai would warp something else. Or if you know the attack was too small, it's like, okay, cool. You're just going to take the damage or the super combo over it. Or if it's super, super big, you brainwash. Like, that errata, it's like the video I showed you guys. It's like the hill chop, but I'm still flying. I'm still fighting all that good stuff. It does nothing. Like, I'm not gonna say it does nothing. Yes, it hurts, but at the end of the day, I can still fight with the deck. What else got hit? Yeah, it was just Reaper Gohan and I'm sitting aggro, man. That's the only thing I can think that Mecha. If y'all think Mecha is dead, go to the next event. That's not next
There's a
event
lot
post
of
ban list, bro. It's
yeah.
not dead, bro. Not at
My
all.
buddies and I, we've been working on some mecha
Yeah,
changes too. Like you could do some really crazy stuff. Like you could play Kid Q on T1 or
yeah,
even like Planet Vegeta
yeah,
to Kid Q on T1, and
yeah.
then T2 you can play that one drop World Tournament card that lets you
Yeah,
Sparking your
you
life and
still
draw
draw
two.
two. Yeah, you still draw two.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
bunch of
still
cards that allow you to draw
it's
two
nuts.
in that deck itself, man. Like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like the fact that Mecha was unerrated, you're gonna find the next best seller card. And that's the issue with the Mega Freezer deck. Um, I don't know how you got that. That to me is still mind baffling, but this is not the video for today. Today we're just gonna talk
Yeah.
about the weekend and the I guess format going forward. We have another question by Rising Phoenix. How much lower does Mecha get? No more turn 3. That's the thing. I mean, I'll give Meister. I played a lot of Mecha. I think they'll still be able to do the stuff they used to do. The biggest difference is it's not going to be consistently doing it while you're tapped out. That's the biggest difference, man. Because you being tapped out while they're doing all that good stuff, and then now they're putting the U9s to get the extra cards with Basil is going to be insane. But they'll still be able to draw two. But once again, they have the one Bergamo. So it is what it is. It is possible for him to do it, but then it's the one Bergamo. You see what I'm saying? But at least that one Bergamo is not going to result in them infinite Unite assembling with the Basil on top of it, which in my opinion is still degenerate for Mecha Frieza itself, not for all the yellow decks, but specifically for Mecha. What are you guys' take on Mecha Frieza
You can
going
go
into
first,
set
Robbie.
14?
Well, I always gotta go first. I want to hear what Legend says first.
Okay.
Um,
All right. I don't think Mecha per se is going to get any slower. I think it's just going to be more fair game versus Mecha.
Yeah,
You're not going to have to play around the tap out so much, right?
yeah,
You
exactly.
don't have to worry about getting fully tapped out from 4 or 5 mana. If they choose to play multiple Spirit Cannons to do the same thing they're doing this format, like that's going to cost them more
Free.
combo power of life.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think the deck is just going to be a more enjoyable experience to play against than it is this format, which is a big deal actually.
big facts.
yeah, and I think that's basically it. Where like I feel like Mecha, the part that made Mecha so good was that consistency. Like several people I know, they've got their own lists, and they were like, "Oh, I got to play this card or that card," and sometimes they were just terrible choices. But it didn't matter because really their deck was four Zamasu, four Bergamos,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
and an ape and some Bojack cards,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn two, tap you out, play the Bojack, U9, U9 again if they're really lucky, and then if they're super lucky, back in the day it was Celzino, but the fact that they could cooler and still awaken, I mean, like once they had awakened and like done stuff, if they wanted to spend one mana, it's just too much, and it just I don't know. Like I know some people are talking about playing the Kefla card, Kefla's Fury, I think it is.
Yeah, Kefla's Fury. It's a two
Yeah,
drop that
that'd be
draws two
bad.
cards. I think the way Legend said the War Martial Arts is it's going to be infinite times better.
Yeah.
It's super consistent. It's way more consistent than Kefla's Fury because Kefla's Fury you would have to be a no, I guess you can. Actually,
Cancellous Fury is a counterplay.
yeah,
That's why it's worse.
it's
The World
nice
Martial Arts one is an activate main, so like you can use it on
on your
whenever
turn.
you want.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's not at all like the it just felt bad when you were like, okay, they've only got one up on turn one. I'll play my Piccolo Unison. And then next thing you know, they play Basil and they play,
Yeah,
and it's a draw. What is it? Draw four at that
3.
point?
Yeah,
draw
yeah,
four
draw
to draw
4, yeah.
five. Yep.
Yeah. It's
And you're just
insane.
like, this was fun. Thank you
Yeah,
for the game. Like, you're,
yeah.
and like I made a mistake against my opponent. Like I attacked him on turn two, and I was really debating about it because I knew he was going to Bojack, but I didn't expect him to do it off my leader swing. Like I really thought he would wait, and then I was going to not attack anymore. So he did the right call on his part, David. So good job to him. But I was just like, it when you're playing against the old version of Mecha, it's so imposing. Whereas
Holy
now I feel
presence.
like it's just going to be not free, but like fair. They want to take a life, sure. Like, what can you do for one life? You know, slow me down a little bit. Like maybe do the cold bloodlust for tyrannical blow. Like those plays will still exist for the like the counter brawly, but they still have that brawly in play. It won't have its skills this turn, but I still just I feel like it's going to be dead. I don't expect to ever see more than one top 16 of Mecha in the upcoming weeks. So you can prove me wrong, but I don't expect it.
I think it'll still be in top cuts. I just don't think it's as broken as before. And Robbie, I mean, how do you feel about it? I feel as playing King Vegeta, it's a straight uphill battle for Mega Frieza players to actually beat you. How do you feel about that statement?
I don't know because I feel like I suck against Mecha Frieza. Because I feel like I always get really excited and I'm like, all right, I can attack here. This is gonna go well. And it doesn't matter what situation I come up to in the current world, they always have the ability to tap all my energy, play the U9. Like it doesn't matter where we're at right now. Um, so I feel like it's awkward. It's less awkward than any other red deck, though. I will say that, like being able to crit them and then attack with like a critical guy on my turn.
Mm,
Some of the games for locals I've learned on turn 2, especially,
mm.
you kind of just jam. Like if you win the dice roll, you just jam and you let them U9 you like on turn 2, and you don't mind it at all because you're just forcing them to awaken on turn 2.
Well, let's talk about set 14.
And
Let's talk about set 14 because this, I don't think there's any more.
oh
Yeah, this current. I don't think
yeah,
there's
I
any more
just
events besides this weekend coming up. It's on set 14.
no, we got
We
is
have
it? Oh, I thought we
Houston
had
this
two
weekend.
regionals.
We have Houston this. Oh yeah, the freaking 31st. It's best of one. But
No, I
let's
might
talk
go to
set
Houston
14
this weekend. I'm not even gonna lie. My friends and I might just make like an impromptu trip.
to Houston.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you do, let me know. I'll rock the Burley one more time. Hold on, let me see. Let me see my
Are
schedule.
you?
B.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Just what are you guys doing this weekend? We're just going.
No, I ain't gonna
What
lie.
Yeah.
for?
If there's
Just
actually
might
room
as
for the
well.
team going, I might rock the Burley one last time, bro. Like pop, 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 infinite 5Ks. Let me look at
One
this shit
last
really quick.
time. Yeah.
One last time just to get that one
Yeah,
more invoker
it's
one more
Yeah.
invoker win.
One more
Um
rush with the 14-0 combo.
you guys said
I really
14.
wonder if Mecha Frieza just becomes Gotenks and what's the
Icarus.
other yellow leader that's really
Icarus.
good?
Kid Icarus.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Yeah.
Icarus
and it
Yellow.
just becomes yellow good stuff. And I feel like some old cards are gonna come back. Like I'm assuming everyone got rid of their Goku Blacks, the two
Yeah,
drop that was blue.
Unforeseen Darkness.
And
Yeah,
It's nuts.
yeah, yeah, then now that card is like we went from it being the worst card ever to now it's like, oh yeah, this card was pretty good.
Yeah.
it's in the collector's thing too, and I think it's really really good. But damn, I just lost my train of thought. I was just about to say something. B. What the heck?
Yeah, I actually want to update Andrew Duvall's and Jonathan Rodriguez's Soul Striker list from this weekend with that card. I think they really messed up by not playing it.
Yeah, they didn't. That was wild. that was super wild.
Otherwise, what a waste what a loss of a spot.
Who the hell is this? Okay, nah, that was that. But yeah, I'm working on Saturday, so that's a no go. That sucks. I'd have loved to rock it one last final time with you guys. What? Let me see comments we caught up on. Can't wait to see how it's innovative with control. I'm in disbelief it'll handle itself. But Legend and Robbie killed it this weekend. Hat check is coming super strong next set. The thing with hat check, in my opinion, it was always blue. Was always its crutch, right? Like I think the invitational event would have been the perfect time to try to play hat check because an invitational event you had just Mecha, you had yeah, it was just Mecha and Dark Broly. Honestly, I'm trying to think of other and King. Oh yeah, I guess King Piccolo. Yeah, Mecha, Dark Broly, and King Piccolo. Right, I think that was your most opportune time to play hat check because now as we see the reemergence of blue, you're gonna get this. It's not gonna be a fun time at all, man. Like it's I don't know. Let you play blue. How do you feel about Hack Shack as a blue player?
With blue being so popular right now, I think it would be really dangerous to play
Exactly.
Hatchiyak.
Yeah.
I think especially because, and I mean, credit goes to where credit is due. Soul Striker had such a strong showing at this last event with among so many good players. I think that's an even scarier prospect to play something like Hatchiyak at.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I played against was it SS3,
Mm,
and I was surprised that like I won the dice roll in that matchup, so that was like super great for me in
mm,
comparison. But even with winning the dice roll and having all the crazy aggro, it still didn't feel great. Like I forced him to awaken after he had only accelerated once, but that one acceleration is pretty relevant right now in the untap.
yeah.
Like he was able to stabilize, and I feel like with Hachiak, you're just that just doesn't sound fun. Like this sounds like a
No.
long tournament.
Yeah. It feels like you guys missed your window, especially now because I don't know. The thing about, in my opinion, Soul Striker and SS3, those dice could never just be permanently on top because of the whole untap thing. There's a lot of cards that handle that untap situation because every color besides black has that. Blue is Borgos, red is Radix, green is Kami, I believe, and yellow is Whis. And they have
Black
the
has it
Huntings
too, man.
itself, huh?
Black has it too.
Yeah, black has it too, but black's
It's
is
Ghost
warped from
Warriors.
hand. Yeah, black's is warped. The main colors itself are nasty because they rip the energy straight from your energy. Black makes you pay the tax. But the four
Yeah.
main colors, dude, they literally, oh, you want on, let me grab that one
You
right
know
back.
what?
So it's rough. So it's like,
Defending Hatchiyak a
yeah.
little bit here, I will say, since we already discussed like offline a
Mm-hmm.
little bit about how Red Brawly might be really popular,
Mm-hmm.
and Red Brawly might keep like you know,
Blue.
Blue in
I think
check.
you made a yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you made a video about this already about the like dodging the right decks.
Yeah.
You got a little meme for it, or whatever it's called.
Yep. Yep.
And I feel like you probably could do that and feel pretty good about it. Like if you play Hatchiyak, you just know you're kind of like doing a dice roll, and you're really hoping, hey, I really really hope I don't play against blue, and you're gonna have to come up with some crazy plan to beat them. But I could see realistically somebody making it like 8-0 at an online regional, especially, and then just being like, "Yep, nope, never played against a single
Blue
blue
deck.
deck, just
Yeah.
played red all day,
Yeah.
and then like red Brawly, yeah, I'd have a hard time beating you.
Yeah.
Like I'd have a critical leader swing, and then what is it, one battle card?
Yeah.
Um, so like it'd be cool because I'd have two critical swings, but that's just
Both
two of
getting
your
negated, dude. They
yeah,
played.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
so it's like the whole, if they're playing red Brawly, you might have a great out against King Vegeta. It sounds miserable
It
because
is. It
you're
is.
still going to go to 5.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do too. Like I said, I don't enjoy playing the game just to play it. Like, but if you're one of those players who, if you're at table 600 and you're just there to have fun, like
This guy's
there's
terrible.
nothing wrong. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like if that's where your fun is, and you can be like, hey, I played this awesome deck.
Yeah. But I'm gonna
But
give you a really positive note. This is how I look at it, right? It's just like how you just said. There were 3 Soul Strikers in top 16 at G series. So let's say the next event I attend, do you really think the sideboard won't be prepared for Soul Striker and Reboot Go? Like, and I'm talking, those are cards that legitimately said it doesn't slow you down, it shuts you down. Like, you understand? You like as a black player, right? If I'm playing those silver bullets, you warp 1 card from your hand. Me being able to rip an energy straight from your energy zone, it's completely different. That's something that completely shuts down your gameplay. It doesn't slow you down. Does that if that makes sense, man? Like, it's not something that as a blue player, I think you can take that. Like, for example, I don't think those guys will go into the next event with that deck again. They'd probably skip an event and go back to it again. It's those type of decks where I'm like, can I see Bojack doing it? Yes, Bojack can do it because Bojack can get around those stuff. But specifically Soul Striker and SS3, I don't see someone taking it to consecutive events back to back to back and just like win. It's not. It's the deck. It's not because the deck is not
Did it
good.
increase?
It's because the what happened?
I froze.
Nah, I can hear you,
yeah,
Broski. You good?
you're good. You're good.
I
Okay,
froze. I froze.
okay, yeah. But am I making sense to you guys? Like the whole thing with SS specifically SS3 things that untap your energy. Am I making sense with the SS3 and reboot argument?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay,
mean,
okay.
I think you're overselling the silver bullets, because like I know when those silver bullets came out, I was playing Pilaf, and I was like, I'm going to just destroy Invoker now, and Legends taught me I didn't.
No,
You
but
know,
specifically for King Vegeta, it's that's what I'm talking about for Red specifically, and I anticipate this to be the most played deck because it's just I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this deck is broken. It's the number 1 deck in the format.
yeah,
They searched
yeah, and I
erratics
think
and crowns, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, I think honestly, the hard part about it is I'm
Mm.
pretty sure my sideboard is going to be 2 more crowns because I like to have just 2 main. Probably,
Crowns is
probably
busted.
the
Crowns are busted, huh, Robbie?
yeah.
Boy,
Hey,
that
I've
surprise
had
main deck crown is like what?
foiled crowns has been my list for a while. I
Yeah,
like that
man.
card a lot. Like that card was good when Topo was popular.
Yeah.
Let alone
Yep,
when
yep,
now
yep.
we're
Big
at
facts.
now it's you're not worried about just Topo. You're worried about, let me just see what your hand is. Like
Yeah.
decks are so diverse now.
Big
Like
facts.
you can be like, oh, that's your secret rare. All
Yep.
right, you got Hero's Lineage. I need to be okay. Like you got Kai. All right, like what SCR are you playing? Like little info. It's just so important since there's so much secret in this game. But I think it's probably going to be 12 cards that are completely devoted to stall strategies,
Mm.
and then like in those 12, probably 2 Dark Vanisher Foos,
Mhm.
and then maybe 3 anti-mills. Because I
Yeah.
really wonder how much mill has been controlled by Vegex.
Mhm.
And we all know that Vegex has been like
Don't say
neutered
it,
a little
Robbie.
bit. It's not
Don't say it, Robbie.
it,
Don't
it,
say it. Don't say it. Don't say the
it
D
ain't
word.
dead.
Okay, thank you,
It
thank
ain't dead.
you.
But it's neutered. Like you
Yeah,
can't argue it's I know people
It's
seem
a
to
little
think it's
weaker now,
better.
yeah. It's
But
definitely a little
two
weaker.
Yeah, and it's still good, but it's not as good.
mm,
And so, the Android 18 deck you played at the team event that I stole for a little bit and was playing, it was really good. It was a very solid deck, but one of the biggest fears was if you played against Vegex. You just knew your uphill battle was pretty much unwinnable. And so I don't think we have any of those situations anymore, which is nice. And so I want to have that anti-mill
yeah,
just because when Dahan shows up for it, I'm not losing to him again for mill. I
yeah.
think I lost to him for a whole year, and that
Reason
wasn't fun.
Janemba. Yeah, I think he's stolen Dark World. But Robbie, I'm glad you said that, man, because a lot of people always ask me, Eddie, why in the world do you want one petrification Dark Broly? I'm like, that's exactly why. Do you really want to be in a spot where your Dark Broly, you about to go in for a kill turn? Maybe they hit you like a baby hatch, and like, I'll kill you next turn. And their next turn, they rebirth into the 5-drop Frieza. It says, nah, fam, there's no next turn, and they swing, and you're just like, you literally deck out. Like,
Yeah,
no, like that thing, bro, that one petrification is your one secret to combat all of the BS. I don't care what deck you're playing. If you're playing, let's say, one main deck food banisher, you can easily see if your opponent's trying to set plays up. Like if you're playing red blue, you know they have a rebirth. Like you know they're gonna use that whole strategy. You hold in your opening hand. You do not let that card go. You let them win the game. They tap out for it. They swing. Got you. It's a cold bloodless negate essentially. It stops penning all. It stops everything and it stops the attack, and
yeah.
you win off of that. Because a lot of people ask me, why do you do that? I'm like, trust me, you sideboard it out when you don't need it. But when you finally need that negate, bro, and you feel like I'd rather have it rather than don't have it. Because if you lose, oh, I would have won, but they milled me out. You're gonna feel so bad. It's just gonna be a horrible time for you, man. Trust me. But Robbie's
and
100%
especially with
correct, dude. Like
the
it's serious.
And with that cooler card, like
Yeah.
there's a few interactions like you already were running it in launch,
Mhm.
and now maybe, if people want to run launch, they might be still playing the 5-drop just for that alternative win con. But a lot of people are pointing out that it's not a bad turn 3 play for launch because you already had the Frieza that would let you combo for free, or the cooler that would let
Yeah.
you do it for free. And then like turn 3, that new championship cooler that comes into play.
Mm.
And then you bounce it during your turn, get to play a blocker for free. Like there's a lot of interactions where you're like, okay, red blue looks pretty strong. Like yeah, they neutered Legends deck because him and Sublet were winning everything with it. But
Yeah,
the rest of it
Cooler
looks
seems like a
really
hidden OP. I mean, by that note, like just the Cooler leader. Kind of wish
Yeah.
Trey was here to talk about it because like that new card for it is
Yeah.
so good for that deck.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That 3-drop is
If
kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, it fills exactly the spot that Cooler was missing, right? Like it was missing a solid turn 4 play, and now it's got one. So like
Does it
it,
have deflect?
I have no clue actually.
It does not. The only thing it has is triple strike 25k, and it nags a card, and then you can pop it at the end of your turn to untap your
Yeah,
energy.
untap energy. Yep, that's correct. That is
It negs
correct.
twice, which is really big. It negs
What?
on play
Yeah.
and then negs when it attacks.
Oh, does it? I did
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
realize that. I
Yeah.
thought it was once per turn.
no, it's missing the once per turn text. It's also a triple strike, so it gives a little bit of pressure to Cooler versus those like VJacks, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean
Clear
that's,
unison.
Yeah,
I mean that's,
yeah,
That's
I'm
a
considering.
unison OTK right there. It'd be like
one
straight
shots a
shot.
unison.
Bloop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I want to go back to launch, but it definitely made me consider it for a little bit. Where I'm like, ooh, that is I'm not saying you're gonna definitely kill your opponent on turn 3,
No.
but you're going to have a little bit more of a chance when you have a triple striker on turn 3 and you can tap out for it. Like that's the really nice part about it is, and it's a 25k. Like that's not tiny. Um,
Hmm.
and then everyone's playing. I would assume at this point we're all playing Bardock.
Yeah.
So you've got the overwhelm to follow it up with. The only negative I can see with it is that you have to do the opposite. Um, um, to abuse your energy properly because you have to combo a red and a blue card for the arrival. You can't just cast it for 3, which I feel like is a little bit of a problem for the deck. Like if your opponent negates your attacker, like against Hachiyak, you're just like, all right, well that was fun. Which is the launch, like that's the launch problem, right? Like if your opponent does run a lot of negates, so blue, since blue is pretty popular, like blue was a hard matchup for launch.
Makes
So,
sense. Yeah.
Robbie, real quick question for you. Um, Cards such as that Bardock, the Awakened Instincts, the one that draws 2 pitches 1. You think cards like that inherently got banned with the Beerus ban?
Yeah, I think they got power creeped and they got banned.
Okay, yeah. You
Or
think it's like the same thing
rather,
with Shugesha and Cronoa essentially, where Shugesha is banned and subsequently Cronoa is banned as well?
yeah, like I
Yeah.
mean, you could still do it. Like I
Is it
I, I
worth
know
it?
people I think people still like the ability to draw 4 and then put certain cards in the drop that have abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like I think it's Android 17 has a limit 1 ability from the drop. I don't know who else is gonna have one,
Mm-hmm.
but if we've already seen a few cards, there's a little bit of potential there where you're going to get more value because of it. Um, oh man, like if my choice is draw 2 or discard 1, that used to be so strong. But for 2 more, you can have dual attack 25k. Like that's the problem is that the who even is it Bardock the 6 drop?
It's Bardock. It's a 4 drop. The 4 drop draw 2.
Well, yeah. I'm saying the one that's the expensive tournament, the
Yeah.
expensive
It's
promo.
Bardock.
Oh
Finding
yeah,
its
yeah,
Yeah,
fate.
yeah. I mean, I just feel like in all situations you want probably to play that instead,
yeah.
unless there's like a control strategy I don't know about that would
Nah, it's
really
100%. Yeah.
benefit from it. Like I took it out of all my lists. Like I was in the process of buying foils, but I waited for the ban list, and then they banned Beerus, and I was like, and we don't want these in my cart, like because they're like $25. Like
Damn.
they were expensive.
They're judge. They were judge too, huh? The not the thing with Beers. Wasn't Beers judge cards?
Yeah. I have the judges for him.
That's insane.
Um,
Rest in peace, B.
but like they were cheap. They were like
Oh, they
$5
were.
at the
Okay.
time. So like I don't mind losing $5 is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
But last time when I knew a friend who bought the Zeno buttons, and those were like $40 a piece, and he bought all 4, and 3 days later the ban list hit because it was an emergency ban, and he quit the game.
That happens. Oh man. Okay. Let's start with closing comments. But let's do closing comments in a different way. Let's do I guess we'll give our closing statements, but leading into our closing statements, let's each give 3 decks that you think are just going into set 14 the decks to beat. And guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, always put it in the chat. And at the very last closing comment, we'll be sure to answer your question for you. So, who wants to start us off?
I guess I'll go first, huh?
Robbie's just
Um.
looking at you. He's like, I guess you will.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess the 3 decks I would look to beat. I mean, without any knowledge of what the set 14 decks will be, right? Like
Well,
just from the knowledge that we have
without
now.
knowledge of the red deck, because we have everything but the red cards essentially.
Sure. Like we have the cards, but like we have no tournament experience with them.
Oh yeah,
We don't
yeah,
actually have like testing into white
yeah,
soft
yeah,
meta,
yeah.
right? So like this is all like a practice and futility. But with just the knowledge we have now, I would say the 3 decks to look forward to beating that weren't really touched by the list were King Vegeta, King Cold, and Red Broly. I think those are the 3 decks I would look out for. As for closing comments, I mean, I really love this format. It was super diverse. I'm hoping set 14 makes it even more diverse. I love seeing 8 to 10 decks at an event. I know some people don't like that because it's hard to side deck, but I think that's just another challenge in card games. So I hopefully everybody looks forward to set 14 as much as I am. That's it.
Pretty plus, pretty plus. How about you, Robbie?
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can touch that list. Like I think that is 100% the list. Like when it comes down to it, there's Man, what's better than those three decks? Like being serious, like not ego aside and all that crap. Like everything that made the other decks good, it's gone. Like they did a really good job with the ban list and forcing you to be like, all right, you can't, Dark Brawly, you talked about it. That's a great example of one where launch I would frequently lose to because on defense I'd be like, boom, 50k, and they would just discard their entire hand. And then next turn they would summon everything from their drop. And it's like, all right, well, that was fun. Like I really enjoyed this game. Good time. And so, King Vegeta, obviously I think it's tier 0. I've played it against Red Brawly, and I have to learn that matchup because Red Brawly feels favorable in that
How?
matchup when I was playing it.
It's opposites.
Um, yeah, that's what everyone's telling me. So it could just be that I'm bad. Like, it's not the first time I've heard that. It won't be the last time someone will tell me I'm bad. So it could just be that, and I'm wrong. But when I played it at locals, the only reason I won was I was able to like play a Piccolo Unison, win the dice roll, Yamcha his Brawly, and then when he actually still stabilized because he still had a giant hand. Um, when he went for it, I was able to be like, okay, use that free negate that because if I -10 and then kill his 4-drop, and he didn't have another 4-drop in his hand. But it didn't feel good. Like it was never a situation, and I feel like the fact that Red Brawly can kill on 2, it makes it very awkward because it's just so fast now. So we'll see. I'm really man. What was the third list? The third one you said
King Cole.
was yes. Yeah, that is 100% right. Like I feel like that new SER does level up the deck a little bit because, in
You
my
guys feel like
opinion,
that's the
King.
one to play over Boo?
Yeah, so the reason why is I know everybody else. Like I think Jordan even commented. Jordan Markle, the first national champion,
Shout out to
commented on
him.
my
He gave me
post.
some hookup on cards for the event. Big shout out to my boy
He's
Jordan.
always a good guy.
Yeah.
He had commented that he wants to play Boo on the main forums because of the ability to negate an attack. He wants to force the unison to go through, and I can totally understand that if you're just trying to win with the unison, which is a solid strategy. I think the deck is better with the 3-drop Frieza who makes you discard a card and has dual attack, kind of like a mid range deck. And what really makes that deck weak, in my opinion, is turn 2. When you're playing King Cold, you can't tap out. You have to have a certain amount of, you have to hope you have enough negates to stop their turn, blah, blah, blah. Now you can just awaken after playing your Unison, do a few attacks, keep the 2 energy open. And if you get super lucky, your opponent might even drop their Unison first before swinging if they don't know about it, and you can just play that 2-drop, steal it, and then turn off their turn. And then turn 3, you're sitting pretty. Like that's the nice part about the deck, right? Like you've got hand destruction. You don't need to be in a rush, and that would let you save your negates for turn 3 and have that guaranteed turn 4 win. And I think that's going to make King Cold better. But I really feel like they dropped the ball for the rest of it. Like I don't think any of the other decks will see play. But
So
maybe I'll be wrong.
Do you, both of
cool
you
rolling
guys?
up.
Do both of you guys think King Cole is better than Mecha?
Then Mecha?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Mecha was a cool deck, but
Like hands down, it's better, or like
yeah, like I would say, I mean, maybe Legends can give better insight here, but I would have no problem putting my money against 90% of the King Cole players on money matches and not be the one playing it. Like just watching
I don't
people
play
play the
King Cole.
games.
It's not me trying to be sarcastic because I don't. I know how to play against King Cole, but I honestly don't play King Cole, so I couldn't tell you, hey, they are better, they aren't
No, I
better.
think
I
I think
just know
this
how
ban
Mecha
list.
plays. Yeah.
Well, King Cold is now, in my opinion, the second most consistent deck
Mhm.
because they already had Paragus, which is the best super combo in the game, and they had the ability to basically turn every card into card advantage, which is a pretty good advantage. Like that's replaying all your stuff. The Unison was great on point, and they don't have to. They're not trying to do so much. Like there's not a lot of pieces to their chain or anything. It's just hey, play a card, and then draw a card, filter. And they get to play rebrands and other stuff, as free combo power, and that they just normally just discard. And then on turn 4, just be like, yeah, discard a few cards from your hand, go for the win when they want to. Like, it's just so versatile. And I think you're going to see a lot of players switch to that. And it's got a good blue matchup, which is nice.
Insane blue matchup. Like, it annihilates blue, actually.
Yeah.
It's
And
really
that's
bad.
just it. Like blue, that 3-drop Frieza is a serious problem for it because you can't really respond to it. I think you can hit it. I think hit is the only one you can do, right? In the early game?
Yeah, you can hit it because of the auto. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. Like you have to have the hit. And if you don't have the hit, you're losing a card from your hand at random, and they're probably just passing the turn. Like, or they'll like pass turn, and
Do
then
it
next
again.
turn
Do
they'll
it
have
again.
2 in play, and you'll discard 2 cards, and then when they're ready to win, you'll just be like, all right, use Rebriand, make you discard 2 more. Like it just feels bad.
Yeah, I mean it's a green deck, right? So like it has like the natural anti-blue green tools. Like it has access to like Zamasu's Deity's Wrath and all that. And like blue means nothing to King Cold, right? He can one-shot that unison with his leader and then attack it with like Zamasu. You like 3 markers with the leader and then attack it
Yeah,
with Zamasu. And like the blue player just like lost an extra card from their hand for playing blue.
yeah,
It's terrible.
yeah. You're
It's
not getting
just
rid of
yeah.
indestructible with the boo effect.
Yeah.
um,
Like if every King Cold player like watching the stream puts a single Zamasu Deity's Wrath in your deck, you'll never lose the blue baby again, I promise you. But
there's
like
the tech from Legends. He's just
yeah.
and I feel like those 3, it's gonna kind of suck because Legends was right. Like that was the coolest part about this format was, I mean, how often would we have different decks in the top cut? It was really diverse. And then now we're going to go back to probably the opposite, where it's going to be, set people. You're going to see probably a pretty boring, it's going to be my theory in comparison, where you know, you just don't have the diversity anymore. You're going to see a bunch of King Cold who beat out all the blue players, and then that 1 or 2 blue players who survived because of it. Because the King Vegeta matchup still isn't good for them.
Yeah.
Like they have an uphill battle there too, and then the Red Brawlies who just got beat from and you'll just have those 3 decks taking up, I'd say, 5 out of the 8 spots easily, if not more. And I feel like that's gonna be where we're at for nationals, if we get one, before the next, set. But knowing Bandai, if we do get a nationals, it'll probably be after the next set, right? That's what they've done in the past for the last 2. So, yeah.
Also, fun fact, I learned recently that until the rulebook changes, that new green SCR allows you to play 2
2
unisons.
unisons, yeah. I
Yeah,
saw some
that's
people. I'm like, don't
crazy.
listen to Q and A's, all that good stuff. The actual rubric supersedes everything that the Q and A's and everything,
Yeah.
emails, all that good stuff asks. The rulebook has to actually change in order for anything to take effect. That was the same thing with the clarification from the what's his face, the errata date and all that good stuff. I know a lot of people were like came up to me. I know you came up to me like, yo, the erratas are in effect. So when you go to the actual site itself, the errata update was 16th, meaning everything on the errata, it's from the 16th, it's errata. It's not waiting until whatever. That's why they come out and make that announcement to make it clear to everyone. So it's really really weird how they work, but at least they do their best to help us out and let us know, hey, this is what we really mean, even though this is not what was intended. I guess you can say, but
Yeah, I mean when it's a foreign country,
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
they're
English
doing
is
their best.
not gonna
Exactly,
be
it's not their first language, and
yeah.
they're not going to care to make it their first language. I don't blame them, man. So um,
I mean, I think that's the Senzu Bean thing. Senzu
yeah,
Bean was originally was supposed to be activate main.
yeah.
And then there was a typo in whatever the language. I have no idea what the letters are called.
Mm,
But just a typo meant someone thought it was activate battle. We were never supposed to have Senzu Bean.
mm.
So
Don't tell Trey that. But yeah, you guys have very interesting lists. One thing I'll tell you is, for once, we all agree on the best deck, which is dun 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 dun. This bad boy.
Joker. Oh.
No. Legends. You know damn well you
Oh,
can't
you
be King of Vegeta.
savage.
You know you can't be King Vegeta, bro. This King Vegeta is insane. But yeah, King
Did you
Vegeta.
play against any? Did you get to play against any King Vegeta
I
at the event?
didn't. I didn't. I played like 3 mechas and 3 Dark Brolys. Not a single King
Oh, and
Vegeta.
speaking of
Okay.
Legends, playing Dark Legends is the dark. I was going around the entire room just looking at all the Dark Broly's faces, just the tear up. I'm like, it's okay, guys. There's only one Dark Broly finisher that knows how to do it, and it's not you. I just watched Legends just burn into it. Was the funniest thing. Bro, I was just walking around the room. Every single time I saw Legends playing a Dark Broly player, I just literally did this. I pat on my shoulder, I'm like, it's okay. It took me 2 times to learn the way to. It was the funniest thing ever, man. They were all just like, you could see their energy just drained from their faces as they, yep, cat blow, cat blow, cat blow. It was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, we could all agree
Oh.
the best deck is King Vegeta. Now, one thing I think you guys super heavily just ignored and just put Red Broly in there are black decks. I'm telling you, yes, the reboot. A lot of people are gonna try this new reboot Bardock, and they're gonna realize, yes, crit is cool, and that's why they was calling your name. But you being able to give your unison double strike is something no other leader in this game could do. Like King Kagus is the next because the unison gives itself triple strike, but no other, and you got the Vegeta unison of Fury, but no other leader just says, "Hey, I'm gonna give my unison double strike." And a lot of people are gonna venture back to Vegex, and I'm telling you, the Vegex nerf is in a way where if you don't just look at the errata, don't take the errata at on full face, right? Look at the actual black cards that are revealed, and you'll see. Right now, I'm in a conundrum of do I want to play Vegex or do I want to play Dark Broly? The only reason being is Vegex can do what Dark Broly can do plus a lot more, but the only downfall of Vegex is once again, in best of ones, you may not have all your entries in your main board. Whereas Dark Broly, I'll have all my entries in my main board. I don't care what color I'm playing against. It's just gonna play stock. Whereas Dark Broly, we have guys that we can bring out that have effects. That's the biggest difference, right? Vegex, guys, one of the biggest things people forget. Well, I'll give you guys this. Just because we haven't had team talk session in forever time, I really think everyone forgot what Xeno Evolve does. So let me reintroduce you what Xeno Evolve does, guys. This is what Xeno Evolve does. I'm Vegex, right? I'm playing my burst 3 leader. I'm gonna assume it leader. That's what I'm gonna do first. You never burst, whether it's burst 5 or it's burst 3. You're not gonna do that. You never show your opponent if you hit the stones or if you hit just straight doo doo. You attack with your leader first. See what they do. Bomb. They're gonna assume the worst. You're gonna bust nuts. They take it. You burst. Let you hit just I don't know a unison, a Vegeta. You don't care about Kais and Trunks. Those are nice, but just one unison, one Vegeta. You attack with your Vegeta because they can't interact with your unison unless it's yellow because yellow has power to Saiyans. See how you gotta get this stuff memorized, guys. So the Vegeta attack is 10 out of 10 times going to go through because it's 19k. They're not going to give you a super combo at 7 life and negative card to stop one attack that's not going to interact with the unison. So now you pitch for your unison. You swing with your unison. You're going to take it. Or you could not swing with your unison first and do what I'm going to say next, which is you drop your 1-drop Goku and Vegeta unison. Yes, guys, I said that. You play it. That guy is God tier. I said that back. You're gonna have to swing with your original unison. Excuse me, that's why I said it correctly. Now you're gonna play your new Goku and Vegeta unison. The reason why you're gonna do that, you're gonna swing, and it's 10k that they can't interact with, guys. Now you have one or two options. If they defend it at any time and point, and you really want to put them to 4 because the situation you're in, that deck that you're facing, you know for a fact you're gonna kill them next turn, you can do that. You can just go that route and swing, or you can play the safe route, which is you leave your guys inactive mode and you don't swing. Now, next turn, you'll have a plethora of attacks. Now, the biggest difference I think people forgot with Xeno Evolve, those 1-drops that you attacked with, you could drop a Kai, you could drop Human Extinction attack. Just make sure you have 2 energy open. If you're playing 1 Goku and 1 Vegeta, make sure you have 2 energy open. You Xeno Evolve them, you send those guys to work, and the guy you just came in active mode, and now you swing for 30k. Guys, now you guys see the conundrum of why I don't know if I want to play Vegex or Dark Broly. The amount of attacks you can get with Vegex is stupidly broken. And the attack power, it became Dark Broly attack power, where those guys are 30k base, and now those guys you just send off to the warp, you can literally do 1 or 2 things. That you guys didn't even overwhelm yet. So this is fighting against fate. If you Majin Human Extinction attack earlier or later, you still have fighting against fate, and you still have your Gogeta TPs if you still choose to play those, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because now you're playing Vegeta and Goku, guys. That go straight to the warp. It's insane, guys. Like the amount of stuff you can do with Vegex is stupidly insane. And when people finally put that together, they're gonna say, "Yep, this deck is just broken." The same thing with Dark Broly too. Like I said, they did lose a step, but I think you guys are not looking at those decks, and for those reasons, I think that's why Dark Broly is gonna stay at bay. And King Vegeta, I'm telling you, I played against King Vegeta. I even tried to play Dark Broly, going against King Vegeta, knowing the outs, you can't do it. Because when you guys see the deck profile tomorrow, as long as you guys have this in your main board, Red Broly will never beat you. Like, Red Broly will never be able to put enough pressure on you to get around your blockers and your negates in order for them to beat you. Because a thing with Red Broly is if you have the Barok, the TP Baroks, and you're able to clear your board consistently before they awaken, they're not going to be able to amass the resources to do that chain again while having enough pressure to beat you on the crackback when they're awakening. That's why I like Red Broly, but I think that deck is just there's a reason why it didn't get hit. Will they see some success in these webcam events? Yeah, sure. Like I said, these are best of one events. I'm not discrediting them, but best of one events are completely different than best of three events, guys. Do not get it twisted. So my second choice behind the King Vegeta would 100% be Black Dex. Now, the third choice by default, I'm going to have to take Legends and Robin on their word. I don't play King Cole, but if they say it's good, it's a deck I would obviously have to just take their word for it. I'll just say by default, it would have to be King Cole. Because, yeah, I'm trying to think of other decks. I don't know right now. But, yeah, 100% agree with you guys. Like I said, 100% agreed. King Vegeta is the best. But I think right behind King Vegeta are all the black decks, man. And those black decks are coming with fiery rage. Like, that was just one thing of me just being in the lab, not even sitting down to just refine it and say, this is exactly what I'm going to do. This is just stuff I'm just thinking on the top of my head. This is stuff I told Legend. So I'm like, bro, these decks are serious. Like, the amount of attacks you're going to get now, like, yes, the burst sucks, but the amount of attacks you accrue from these things now are complete. It's insane. It's like you 3 all over again back when you attack and then you swapped and you got your guy for free. Not the Trunks. The Gohan came in for free. It's a lot of free attacks that's about to happen next set that we will be excited. I'll tell you guys what. As long as you guys have these negates, you'll take out 2 of those attacks every single time. 2 of those attacks. Tell them, Legends. You were there at the event, Legends. How many times did you see these guys in play? Just eating attacks up left and right, man. These are low-key MVPs. I'm not sure if you want to use this in blue and yellow and green, but in King Vegeta, you do? Okay. But in King Vegeta specifically, dude, these are insane. And if your opponent does not swing and eat this blocker, just know in red specifically, it's combo power. So I was turning my face sideways, baby, in the combo zone. It was the most beautiful thing ever, man. So I'm telling you, these negates are. It's red and green, right? Red and green is the only one with combo power, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, red and green. So blue and what? It makes the other 2. Blue and yellow. I think they have 10K. So blue and yellow, I'm not sure blue and yellow would play it. But if you're red and green, you tell me you're a blocker. And if your opponent doesn't punish the blocker, it turns to free 5K combo power. Guys, I'm putting my face on all these tokens, man.
It still eats 2 attacks, right? Even if not combo power.
100%, B. 100%.
And it lets you go like into the combo step if like your opponent's not letting you do that because they're attacking your unison.
Yeah.
That's also really powerful. Like, there's just so much use to this stuff. These cards.
Big facts.
Take the gates, so I'm not on that team.
Big facts. That man said team negates. You see, this is probably why the King Vegeta was losing to Red Broly, because Red Broly can't out this. Like, it's okay, cool. You swung, it's crit. Nah, fam. We swing into, and we're getting that card back to from life to hand. These, man, there's a reason my face are on these negates, bro. These negates, I love them, bro. I can't lie to you. But that's all I got. Let me see what we have in these comments. We have BMS is better than Vegex. BMS has better sideboard options than Vegex. Yes, it does. I'm not gonna lie. So does what's his face? The Gogeta Zeno. Gogeta Zeno is another super underrated deck. That deck is more aggro than both the decks I mentioned above, but that deck also suffers a huge problem, which is Mecha Cabrera. Because Mecha Cabrera, as long as you call Gogeta 6, you're kind of screwed. The same thing with Vegex too, right? Vegex, if you're playing blue, and blue is going to be the bane of its existence, if you're playing blue and you run into striving to be the best in Goku, you're not winning that. Like, your guys are just gone. But the luxury you do have now is that we do have the Zeno Evolve. So that you just ship those guys off. You don't need to attack, because obviously you can attack. You ship them off, and now you just swing for 30Ks. Which Zeno Evolve card are we talking about? See, you guys are confused. Let me unconfuse you really quick.
Unconfuse you. Oh my god.
Let me unconfuse you really quick. Zeno Evolve. I could probably just go to the Facebook site. Oh, look at my beautiful face. I love these tokens. Zeno Evolve, guys. So Zeno Evolve. Because you guys are thinking it stays on top. No, Zeno Evolve sends the target from the battle area to warp. And you play the target from your hand in active mode. It does not come in. It's not evolve. It's Xeno evolve. And this is what I'm telling you guys. Do not sleep on black. My boy Frank Castle, shout out to him and Vegeta Saiyan Army. He's the one who reminded me of this while we were sitting there. He was like, Eddie, you know you're gonna pick back up Vegex, man. We gotta show these people the way. I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I'm like, why? He's like, why? I'm like, because Broly's just busted. He's like, bro, don't forget these are Xeno Evolve and not regular Evolve. I woke up from deep. You guys gotta see my face. I literally woke up from deep sleep as he was saying. He said, what? I pull out my phone and it said Xeno Evolve. I said, bro, I might go back to Vegex actually. Let me remind you guys. We're right here. Here we go, guys. And they got effects too. I forgot to tell you. They have auto, like they have effects. This is wild. Because you guys are probably looking at this like, oh, it's just Xeno Evolve. No, Xeno Evolve. So if you play, there's a unison. So Goku and Vegeta saying signs, I think it is, whatever it is. It's a unison. That allows you to play two skillets, not different names. So if you want to play Vegeta True Fighting Spirit, no, if you want to play Goku, Son Goku True Fighting Spirit, and only the Vegeta Super combos, you're good. If you only want to play the Vegeta Super combos, but no Son Goku True Fighting Spirit for some reason, you can just play this Son Goku, and that unison can take both the Son Goku because it does not have to be different names. Now, the luxury of you doing that is because it doesn't have different names, you can now save space. Because if you're just running 4 of the unisons and then 4 targets, you can just run 4 of the eval targets, which are these right here. And the Goku's one you'd be running, honestly. So Goku's abilities is a blocker too, which is fire. So Xenoball, right? Your unison can bring out 2 of this, or it can bring out 1 Goku and 1 Vegeta. That is the most underrated stat. We finally have a skillless 5K. No, I'm just gonna leave this for another video. It's gonna be like an hour long. We're gonna leave this for another video.
Man, come on, man.
We're gonna leave this for an hour video. This guys, hour video. All right, I think I cut up on all the comments. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. All right. So, any last words from you guys?
Nope. Catch y'all next time.
That's it, man. See you guys next month. I'll join up for a team talk, and we'll get ready for hopefully some good regionals coming up. We have 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, sir. But last question. Don't lie. I just blew you guys' mind from Black. I just show you guys a new perspective on Black. Did I not? Don't lie to me, guys.
I mean, it was cool.
You guys are like, you know what? Red Broly is not coming back after all.
Yeah, I mean, that's music to my ears, man.
How in the
that's
world
music
is
to my ears.
Red Broly can't?
I
Red
mean,
Broly is a great deck. It is a great deck, but you cannot handle, in my opinion, Vegeta. You guys are gonna hate me for saying this. I don't think you should be playing Fight Against Fates anymore. The fact that you get so many attacks, I think 100% has to default back to Secret Identity. You want to be able to freely clear the board while saying, "Yeah, we don't care about your board. We're just gonna swing because I'm gonna warp whatever you have already established, you without any worries." Like it's insane. But like I said, a video for another day. You guys will see it. It'll probably be like 2 hours. This will be the longest video in Dragon Ball history, guys. Longer than Goku charging a damn spirit ball for 10 episodes. You guys will see it and you guys will enjoy it, man. I ain't gonna
That was so good.
You guys will see it and you guys will enjoy it, man. But yeah, any last minute comments before we end? Because my son is about to wake up. I got too excited.
No, I'm out. Later, guys.
Peace.
Right. Peace, guys.